Oh, Jesus. I did not realize how sheer this shirt was. Where's a Libra when you need one, right? Helping me with the lighting. Do you know what I'm saying? I should probably also like button it. Okay. So, welcome for the people who are joining. I'm very excited for this conversation because we are going to learn, okay? Because if there's one thing a Taurus is going to do, it's take me to school, okay? So hold on. Celeste is here, of course. Speaking of Taurus, hi, triple Taurus, Elizabeth. All right. So Celeste will be here in approximately three, two, one. Hello,
Yes.
darling.
Hi. Yes, we could do more than sleep and
Okay.
snack.
It's called read a clock and show up on time. And I wouldn't expect anything less. How are you, my friends?
I am doing great, Colin. How
Oh,
are
good.
you?
Likewise, I felt the fire of Aries as soon as the sun ingressed into this sign, and I'm definitely feeling the newness. I'm feeling inspired. I'm feeling relatively on top of my shit, so my Capricorn moon is happy
Oh,
about that.
good, good, good. Yes, I'm loving Aries season so far, and I love your
Yes.
shirt.
Oh,
Yes.
thank you. I know. As
Mhm.
soon as I put it on, I was like, "Oh my God, it's sheer." Whatever. I know, like whatever. It's fine. It's eclipse energy. We expect the unexpected. So I'm gonna zip it, and I'm gonna pass the mic over to you, Celeste. Would you mind just sort of giving us a quick little review on eclipses? What we can sort of understand about them from a foundational knowledge first. So, what are they from a foundational space? Go ahead, sweetie, whenever you're ready.
Yes. So, hi everyone. I'm Celeste of Astrology by
She
Celeste.
needs no
And
introduction. Okay, go
somebody
ahead.
here might be new to me.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'm like, well, everybody knows Celeste. So anyway, I know. No. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Yes. And so, what are eclipses? Eclipses are new moons. Those are the solar eclipses, and
Mm-hmm.
full moons, the lunar eclipses.
Mm-hmm.
But there are times 10,000
Okay.
sometimes, depending on how they hit your chart. And
Mm-hmm.
we're having a lunar eclipse on Monday,
Yes.
and that's where the Earth, the sun, and the moon are all lined up in a line. Um, and the Earth is between the two. So
Okay.
essentially, what's happening is the signal is being cut off
Mm-hmm.
between the sun and the moon. It's like the channel gets changed. And so I love to describe it as we walk through a door,
Yeah.
we turn around and there's a wall. And you can see it
Oh,
in the chart if the nodes are within 12 degrees of a full moon, it's an eclipse. Yeah.
so you
And
walk
then
through a door. You walk through a door. You turn around. It's a wall.
yes, yep.
Damn.
Things they're just changes. Things come in suddenly, and then like our life has changed. Like you meet someone new, you fall in love, you
Mm-hmm.
get married, da 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 da. Your life is never the same after that. After you lay eyes on each other for the first time,
Ooh.
those can be things that happen. You get the big job promotion, you move across the country, all these
Yes.
kinds of big events. When we go back and look at our charts, of the eclipses, how the eclipses were hitting our charts during that year, we'll see the story of like
Mm.
big changes that happen.
Ooh,
And a
powerful.
solar eclipse on April 8th, it's where the sun and the moon at the new moon are aligned with one of the nodes. And we're having a north node solar eclipse in Aries at 19 Aries.
Nice. And how would we review the relationship between Libra and Aries and kind of what to expect in correlation with these big changes that are coming our way?
Yes, yes. Oh, and I forgot to say the
Oh,
moon is between the sun and the earth
right,
at the solar eclipse,
right.
changing the channel. Yes.
Yes.
And so Aries and Libra, this is the axis of relationships. So
Yes.
Aries is the I am energy, and high road Aries is pioneering is my
Mm.
favorite Aries word. And
Oh.
I keep telling people about, when I love something, I just won't shut
Okay,
up about it.
come
But
on,
there's
Aries moon, tell us everything.
I'm an Aries moon, I'm a Taurus sun, Aries moon, Cancer rising. So I can't remember her name, but she wrote a book called Unshaming the Zodiac. And she was on Chris Brennan's astrology podcast, and it was a fabulous
Is it
episode.
Britton LaRue?
Yes, that's her
Yes,
name.
Britton. Yeah, amazing. Go ahead. Hmm.
Yeah, and she says Aries has the audacity
Come on.
to go on a journey, start something new, take the risk without knowing the
Love
destination.
it.
So that's I wrote Aries.
Love
I'm an
it.
Aries moon. I quit my 25 plus year corporate job in order to pursue my passion and purpose of being an astrologer without knowing what was going to
As a
happen, you know?
Taurus sun, so like I swear I'll say it every time I'm on live with Celeste, I don't want to hear it if you're being a punk. Because if Celeste can do it, I don't want to hear it. Go ahead.
Yeah. And so independent is Aries. It's enthusiastic. It's a fire sign.
Yeah.
So there's this dynamic energy. There's this the desire to compete. It may just be competing against the self, but there's this inner need for some kind of like achievement in some way with Aries energy.
Yes.
Now, shadow sides can be impulsivity or recklessness or Rick Levine calls it ready, shoot, aim.
Oh
Energy.
God. Okay.
And
And he is an Aries, so that tracks. Yeah.
yeah, and
Yeah.
I've experienced a little of that myself recently.
Oh, oh,
Anyway, and then
oh.
and Libra is the sign of partnership.
Mm,
I partner. So Libra energy is
mm,
wanting to have a balance, you know, the
mm,
scales we can think
mm.
about. Now, it's an air sign, so there can be a little bit of detachment with Libra versus Taurus, which is called a bestial sign, which is more instinctive and just going from
Okay.
within.
Okay.
Yeah. So Libra energy, elegance
Ah,
is like I just like someone who's just Libras just are put together. A lot of
yes.
times you'll see them they part their hair in the middle. People with
Oh,
strong Libras,
I love it.
like even and they accessorize with the earrings and the necklace
Oh, I love
and
it.
they're sociable
Oh,
and the shadows can be a little bit of people pleasing or
mm,
just going along to get along or keeping
mm,
the peace for at any cost or
mm,
being so concerned about how you appear to other people that you
mm.
hold yourself back. This can be something with this axis. You hold yourself back from taking the risk to pursue your goals and go on your fool's journey because you're concerned about what others will think or say about you. That can be a shadow side of Libra.
Yes, I love the way that you kind of showed the Aries Libra relationship in a little bit of that challenge, right? Like
Mhm.
it's the reluctancy to embrace the Aries pioneering energy because what will people think? So I want to be a pioneer or a people pleaser, right?
Yeah,
Mm,
exactly.
wow.
Hmm.
Okay, I could see that with some Libra energy. Got it.
Yeah, and
Hmm.
the South Node is in Libra, encouraging us to clear some of that out. And
Okay.
the North Node is the South Node is like a cosmic broom. Narayana Montefiore calls it a
Oh.
cosmic broom. I call it a drain. So, but I like the broom. Like it's encouraging us to sweep out some
Yeah.
of that
Yeah.
stuff in
Yeah.
order to the North Node an amplifier, have the courage to take the risk, to be
Love it.
direct and honest is like Aries energy
Yes.
versus sugarcoating things would be more of a Libra thing.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
a little bit. By the way, speaking of Libra things, your hair looks amazing, number one. Okay. With the earrings, I'm loving it.
Thank
Like
you
it looks,
so
are you
much.
growing it out?
I am.
Yes, it looks
Ever since
amazing.
I've been going to Tamisha in
Come
Oakland,
on, Tamisha.
my hair is growing so long.
Listen, I love it. I just because you're mentioning Libra, I was like, and by the way, you are looking even more beautiful than you usually do, and you're already giving beauty. Okay, Taurus? So
Thank
thank you for
you.
that. All right. So go Tamisha. What's Tamisha's sign? Is she a Libra? Wouldn't that be funny?
She is a Leo.
Oh, okay. So hair. I should have known a different L.
Mm-hmm.
Different L. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. So is there anything else that we should review fundamentally before we go on to the
Mm-hmm.
next before we go into the ones?
Yes,
Yes, of
Bay
course.
Area. I live in Oakland. You can DM me if you want Tamisha's information.
Yes, go to
Yes.
Misha. I
Mm-hmm.
love it. And that's so Libra.
Yes.
Like, and by the way, my beautician's name is I love it. I love it. Astrology for the win. Okay. So should we cover anything else fundamental before we go into the lunar eclipse in Libra on Monday?
Uh, I think that's good. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's good.
Oh, did you want to say something? Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna. I could say it when we're talking about the lunar eclipse on Monday.
Sure, sure,
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, and for me, I just want to acknowledge I love the Aries Libra relationship so much, Celeste, because I think it often has to do with the energy of desire and aliveness as one of the greatest gifts
Mhm.
we can give ourselves and our loved ones, and how that really does further not just connection, but chemistry too. Because when you poll couples and ask them, like, oh, so Celeste, when are you most drawn to insert boo's name here,
Mhm.
right? You will say when this partner is in very Aries ruled things, right? So when he's in his element, when he's talking about something he's really enthusiastic about, when he's passionate, when he made a funny joke at a party, when he was dancing, when he was entertaining, when he didn't need me, but I just wanted to be around him. And it's that energy of like Aries autonomy and life force that actually works as this beautiful precondition to attract amazing relationships, not from need and codependence, but desire and excitement. And that's how I see Aries as actually like a very relational energy, insofar
Mhm.
as that energy is what sustains meaningful and intimate relationships. So just wanted to make that point.
Yes, Colin, and you just described my boo.
Oh, did I?
He is an Aries rising,
Boom.
and he loves to
Oh,
dance, and
see?
yeah, and I love watching him
Yes.
in his element. Yeah,
Yeah.
doing his thing.
Right. Like, let's
Mhm.
be really, really real. Are we drawn to people when they're like not giving that energy, when they're feeling insecure, when they're a little bit needy and like, wait? We're
Mm.
not drawn to that. That does nothing for me erotically, mentally, romantically, nothing.
Yeah.
Right. So it's just something to consider as knowing, of course, our own life force is really the gift we give to ourselves. But what it does to vitalize our relationship with other people is, I think, dangerously underexplored. So
Mhm.
I'll take a
I
beat there.
I
Yeah.
love that. Yeah, confidence is
Oh God.
sexy.
Hello.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
And it's not a prerequisite. It's what we do after we show up, as they say. So anyway, so I guess
Mhm.
what we'll do now is go straight into the lunar eclipse in Libra on Monday, and I'm sure the notes and the maybe even the predictions that I'm
Yeah.
sure you have for that whenever you're ready. Back to you in the
Yes.
studio, Celeste. Okay.
So the Libra eclipse is at 5 degrees of Libra. So you can see where that is
Mm,
in your chart. And Libra is ruled by Venus. And
mhm,
Venus is in Pisces at the eclipse and right now. And Venus is exalted in this sign. It's like lifted up. It has
mm,
a special seat at the
mm,
table. Um, and it's like this all-encompassing one love kind of
mm.
energy. And Venus is conjunct the asteroid Cupido at the eclipse. So, and
Never heard of
Jupiter,
this. Whoa.
yeah,
Okay.
and Jupiter, the other benefic, both Venus and Jupiter are the benefics. They add to life,
Yes.
they sweeten
Mm,
abundance. And Jupiter
mm.
is conjunct Eros, the
Shit.
asteroid. So this is giving me love at first sight, and they're in a sextile. Venus and Jupiter are sextiling. Um,
Ooh.
actually, the day before the eclipse. So there is this beautiful energy of growth and abundance available, especially if your chart is being activated. Like, what do you want to fall in
Ooh.
love with? It doesn't have to be a person, but I see like
Oh.
meet cuting and yeah, all sorts of stuff. But I want you be to take things slow. Use protection. Like if you read,
Right.
use
Right.
protection because
Right.
the solar eclipse is conjunct, not to be a buzzkill, but the solar eclipse is conjunct Chiron. Like you go out, you have too much to drink, you get together with someone, two
Boop.
weeks later, you're in the doctor's office. So let's
Oh
not have that
shit.
happen.
Oh shit. Okay. She said get yourself tested and clean. Okay, got it. Okay,
Yes,
got it.
yes.
Got it.
So for the United States, this is big because we are, if you look at the natal chart of the United States, I use the Sibley chart, which most people do.
Mm-hmm.
We have a Libra midheaven. And so this eclipse is conjunct the midheaven. And right now, the government is trying to funds keep itself open, or there may be a partial government shutdown this weekend. So that could be something that happens with this eclipse. Could be a story of the United States.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm, mm, mm.
Yeah. I think people making news like Meghan Markle, she has this really tight Libra stellium and it's in her third house. Now, we already, in the third house rules the sibling. So there was
Okay.
already a ruling that her sibling can't, some case got thrown out about the sibling. So we already saw that with her, but there may be some other story with her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Around the eclipse season. Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll see if she makes news. I wrote down, now I've started, Colin, my Uranus is at 5 degrees of Libra.
Oh
So I have started getting these like flooding, like downloads when I write
wow.
at times. So
Nice.
I just am going crazy with
No,
this. So we'll see
I
what
love it. Go ahead.
Mike Tyson came through to me, and he's like he's having another prize fight this summer.
Wow.
And also I wrote down Chris Rock, Tiger Woods, and Cardi B or other
Chris Rock,
people.
Tiger Woods, Cardi. And aren't they all cardinal signs? Chris Rock is a Cancer, right?
Chris,
Cardi B is a Libra.
uh-huh.
And then Tiger Woods is a Capricorn.
Oh,
Wow.
okay. Yeah.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
interesting.
So
Okay.
we'll see which of them makes news this eclipse season, if any.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you just got positive feedback. Love you on Threads. So it's probably those things that you're downloading. And a friend of mine who loves you, Melissa Mortimer, we were talking to you, talking about you this morning about how it seems like you're really taking this like beautiful leap into more of like a predictive astrology. And we just were really proud of how you seem to have been like challenging your comfort zone and your edges a little bit. Would you say that's true? I don't want
It's
to.
totally true.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Ready, ready to shoot, aim. It's kind of what started coming through, and I'm just like,
I love
but
it.
now
I
I'm
love it.
kind of getting it a little under control.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And now we
yeah.
stabilize for now. Okay. Wow.
So,
So you're seeing some of that energy. Excellent. And now for our relationships, what should people think about around Monday? Maybe even all
can I
weekend,
do a
but
few more
oh,
predictions
please, please,
first?
please, please,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. Something came through about like a violin player or a musician. So we'll see what happens with that. One of the things
Whoa.
I'm concerned with is about the National Guard in the New York subways,
Oh, shit.
because one of the things that came through was turnstile jumpers. So I'm still kind of understanding what these things are.
Mm.
And then like it's the National Guard went in after that. So like if you're going to a protest or anything
Mm.
this weekend, just be extra mindful, like especially after Mercury goes retrograde. Oh my God, there's going to be in the sign of Aries, there's going to be conflict that goes sideways. So
Okay.
just keep that in mind
Okay.
with your personal safety.
Okay.
And I'd recommend like if take goggles and maybe like a mask in case like tear gas gets set off or
Shit.
something.
That tracks for Aries, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to say chemical warfare, but like
Yeah.
militaristic technology,
Mm-hmm.
So defense technology, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, I wrote down
Okay.
poisoned air, so that could just be tear gas or
Oh,
I don't know.
shit.
We'll see, but
Look
we'll
at
see
you.
what comes through.
Oh my God. No,
Yeah.
I love it. And now I
Oh,
just have
and
a,
be
oh,
careful
go
with
ahead.
your drinks this weekend too. That
Oh,
was another thing.
drinks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Like be protective of,
Be
God,
protective
don't like,
of your drinks. Like date rape. I
yeah.
wrote down date rape scandal, and there already was one in Atlanta, but there may be something else. But just be extra careful.
Yeah.
And that's
Okay. Be extra
you should
careful.
always be careful with that
Hello.
kind of stuff.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Especially around eclipse energy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm,
And this is where
mm-hmm.
we're just prepared, not
Yeah.
scared. So we're not saying it is going to happen. We're just saying expect the unexpected, be a little bit more thoughtful and conscientious about these things,
Yeah.
and make sure that you're aware of that.
Yes, yeah. And I recommend, there's this Bernadette Brady talks about, she has delineated all the Saros cycles, like each eclipse family is part of this cycle. And this one, there's like this impulse for freedom and visions coming in.
I
Like,
can
wait,
see
let me
it
read. Let me
already.
read.
Aries shit. Aries. Come
Yes,
on.
let me read all the things so you can keep these things in mind as you go through. Okay, bright ideas,
Got it.
flashes of genius, intuitive leaps. This is what I've had.
Nice.
Visions, vivid dreams, and strong desires for freedom are all things people are going to be having. And today we're having Venus conjunct Saturn. So what can happen with that is it can be like relationships feel a little bit like work. And as Venus is separating from Saturn, she's going to sextile Jupiter. the planet of abundance, and Jupiter kind of sometimes just like doesn't think about consequences, and then is going to sextile Uranus, which can be like really that freedom. So I really caution people in relationships. You they get an impulse to have an affair or something like that, but I really, really consider your choices carefully, because when Mercury goes retrograde, those text
Oh,
messages are going to, like, people are going to be getting caught with technology, or like just being a little sloppy or something. So keep
damn.
that in mind, that there's this drive for freedom, but it's the energy, not necessarily something you really want to do.
Put
Although there
effort
will be,
into.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, there will be breakups too, like sudden breakups, sudden get-togethers, all this kind of stuff.
Which reminds me of the Mercury retrograde we had in Libra in 2022. Everybody broke up. Do you remember that?
Mm.
September
Oh yeah.
2022? No relationship was safe. Everybody broke up. So maybe because now we're seeing the retrograde in its opposite, there could also be some trouble in relational paradise, right? Which doesn't always mean you're doomed, the relationship's a failure. It could just mean that, hey, the educational assignment has served its purpose. God bless.
Yeah, sometimes relationships end. I mean, yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Yeah.
And when it's around these eclipses, like there's a karmic thing about it. It's like it's really done. You walk through that door and you turn around, and yeah, there's a
You
wall. Yeah.
know what? Do you want to say more? Because I just had some random questions about you, but for you, but I don't want to take you off
Uh,
your sequence.
Let me just see if there's
Yeah.
anything. Yeah, I wrote down making and dissolving commitments and alliances, love at first sight,
Oh.
very creative. Some people will be mourning loss. Yeah.
Mm,
The
okay. Okay. Morning loss.
moon is conjunct Neptune, like the
Okay.
crying. Like Kris Jenner's sister passed on.
Oh, I didn't know
So like you
that.
can think
Okay.
about like that. So
Oh,
that's her eclipse experience.
yeah. Eclipses are wild. Okay.
Yeah, my
May
sister's cat is really sick.
oh,
So
oh, your Leo sister?
yeah, her
No.
cat has cancer.
No. Leos and cats. Okay. Blessing that family and blessing the cat. Okay. I wish I wasn't allergic to cats. I'd have 7 of them because I love them. But I'm allergic.
Yeah.
So my question for you is, because you were mentioning like karmic, right?
Yes.
So I would love for us, if we could, I know who really has the definitive definition, right? So let's think out loud here. How would you situate karmic relationship? What would that mean?
Mm. Well, when I think of karmic stuff, I think about the nodes, the
Okay.
north node and the south node. And the south node speaks to what we come in this life with, like our talents and our gifts and what's comfortable.
Okay.
And I mean, I don't know how much I'm into past lives and all that stuff, but there's oftentimes like there's this feeling sometimes when you meet someone, like you've known each
Oh yeah.
other before, and you're coming back together in order to complete some cycle your souls are finishing up, and you have the
Uh,
opportunity to do things differently.
oh, the opportunity to do things differently. That I love. Okay.
Yeah.
I
So that,
love that.
yeah.
Okay.
So we have free will, but there's certain things like you're born into a certain family. That to me feels like your karma. Like it's, yeah, you don't have control over
Yeah.
it. It's like destiny kind of stuff.
Yes. See, and that was kind of my next question is because I know that with eclipses, we are talking about words like karma, which you so thoughtfully teased out. But I think we're also musing on destiny and fate. Do you have any wise Taurus words for us on that? Like
Yeah.
what really
Well, I think
destiny and fate could be?
well, we do have free will,
Yes.
but there are certain things that are fated. Like
Yes.
you meet someone and then your whole life changes, and it feels like before. Okay, so I think I've told you
Yeah.
this before. Like I used to do these yearly spreads with and what the before I met you, I got fated meeting, and I was wondering, oh, am I going to meet someone for romance? And then it was like, no, Colin's the fated meeting person. And like the cards looked just like two people. It was just
No,
too
girl,
funny.
he's gay. Right. No.
Because you know you're my fairy godfather. You
Oh,
gave me
stop.
my first big break.
Oh,
So
don't make me
yeah.
cry. Don't make me
And
cry.
Colin, now I'm going to be an astrology hub
Come on.
guide, and I'm teaching for Kepler College. And
She's
I mean,
she's speaking at Norwalk too, no?
speaking at Norwalk with you,
All right.
yes.
All Right,
Yeah.
Celeste? I love
If
it.
I mean, when I started this, I had no idea. These things were, well, I wanted to, the Astrology Hub Guide, that was on my
I
vision board. But
love it.
speaking at Norwalk and all
Oh,
these other, I'm speaking at the OPA conference in Park
yes.
City, Utah. All these things weren't even in my vision.
Wow.
And I feel like, I feel like part of this is just is faded.
It
Definitely.
is.
It's
Oh,
part of
that's
my thing.
beautiful. And it's like, I think what I would love for your story to teach others is how fate is almost this file that we could download. It's already established, right? But then we have the freedom to download it. And Celeste chose to download that file. And
Mhm.
then that's what allows you to sort of have a life where fate and freedom are intersected. And I just think maybe that's what self-actualization is.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Yeah, you can you have the choice to go forward with things or not.
Yes.
Yeah. You can pick and choose. Like I could have stayed at my corporate job and still been there,
Yes.
my neck all sore from all the
Oh,
overworking.
shit.
Probably this probably this eclipse would have been something where I don't know, I tripped and fell and like now I'm
Yeah.
yeah, like something woke me up in a different way rather than these
Yes.
downloads is what I think. Yeah. This brilliant astrologer, I think his name is Michael Bartlett. I might be
Oh,
wrong.
God.
But
Yes. Love him.
yeah, he
Yes.
wrote the book about astrology mavericks, and he's
Yes.
got a video about the angles on Kepler College interview on YouTube,
Okay.
and he talked about how your angles are pulsating,
Ooh.
pulsating energy, and if you have a planet on an angle, and I have like Uranus at my IC, yeah, it's this big. He goes into this discussion about how your angles send out energy and you can draw things in. Yeah, it's really good. I'm not doing it justice.
Well, no, you're laying the groundwork, and I
Yeah.
think what you're helping people understand is that number one, maybe they have more power than they realize, which is I think bears perhaps some repeating right now. And that like what would it mean for them to just choose to choose? What would it mean for us to just choose to decide with destiny? What would that mean?
Mm,
You know that
mhm.
do you have anything?
It, yeah. There's always. I feel like when you are aligned on your path, the universe will meet you. It'll start bringing opportunities
Yes.
and and
Oh yeah.
and people, and
Yes.
all you have to do is ask
Oh
for
God, in
for
so many
like
ways.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, and things will just come in when you're struggling against things where internally this is not what you really want to be doing, or this is not there's going to be this resistance and this harder work to get through it. I mean, there can be
Without a
hard
doubt.
work either way, but I
Without
feel
a
like
doubt.
when you're in line with where you're supposed to be going, the things that come in you'll be helped on your way.
Absolutely. And somebody asked for the astrologer's name. It's Michael Bartlett, an incredible Aquarius innovator who wrote a book called Astrology Mavericks, I believe.
Yes,
And
yeah.
then, yeah, so somebody had asked, what if I would love to respond to the questions that are here because we appreciate you so much for being here. So
Yes.
somebody had said, what if you feel so lost? How to feel on track? I have a
Mm.
suggestion, but you're the star of the show, so you go first, baby.
When you feel so lost, yes. So, one of the tools I love when I need guidance or not sure which way to go is I use Oracle and Tarot cards.
Great.
Yeah. Now, you can always come for a reading as well. Like, I love
Mm,
helping people on their journey. So, I do astrology readings. Go to astrologybyceleste.com.
come on.
Or you could do, and yeah, and you come in person, or I also could do a little video for you if you want. So that's a way I that helps me when I'm feeling like I don't know which way to turn. I'll pull some cards
Yeah.
and really sit with it, and then start journaling. And sometimes you sometimes you're supposed to feel lost.
Oh,
Maybe you're having a Neptune transit. Maybe your progressed moon is in Pisces, and
come
you're
on.
not sure which way to go. And that can also be part of your
Yes, that's so,
journey.
so true.
Hmm.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yes. Yeah, all I would ask around that is for us too, because I've been really reflecting on how uptight, and I know we have this nodal arrangement, my Virgo South node can be.
Mhm.
And I've been thinking about expectations and how human beings really just do kind of a shitty job at setting realistic expectations for ourselves whenever we're in an initial sequence of something,
Uh-huh.
and how we really do need to kind of set small goals as opposed to these big sweeping changes. So I would also tell you to really examine your expectations for clarity, like Celeste was mentioning, because you might be experiencing a transit that is helping you tolerate uncertainty and confusion. Because astrology doesn't make the uncertain certain, right? So who are we in the space of uncertainty? And then I would love for you to ask the universe, if this feels right for you, where would you have me go? What would you have me do? What would you have me say? And to whom? So those are the four questions that A Course in Miracles puts forward in its workbook. And my life changed dramatically in 3 weeks when I asked those questions every day. Because
I
then, yeah, because what are we doing, Celeste? We're then saying, I have the freedom to ask for help from fatedness.
Mhm.
So clearly, you know what to do. You're keeping planets revolving around the sun and, this kind of cosmically ordered universe. Can you help me run my life, please? Because I'm an airhead. So I could use some help.
I
And that,
love that. And you can also pull cards for those four questions. Where would
ooh,
you have me go?
what would you have me do? What would you have me say? And to whom?
I love that. I
Oh,
absolutely love that.
yeah.
Yes.
It's honestly one of the most, I think, again, underexplored conversations in spirituality is just maybe how strict the law of free will is. What do you think? Meaning,
Mm,
like, these energies can't intercede unless we're asking. Are we asking? Go ahead. Do
yes.
you have anything to
Yeah.
say about
Welcome.
that?
I love that, Colin. Yeah.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that.
Yeah, because I
I,
think we don't realize just how respectful these energies are insofar as not violating our, because what is free will? Free thought, right? So if
mhm.
we are not allowing a celestial thought system to enter into our own through explicit permission, then of course we're going to sort of feel like we're pushing against the tide. But that's what the questions do, is help us interact with destiny more effectively.
I love that. And I would recommend as well, start working with the moon cycles. And
Perfect.
every
Yes.
new moon, sit
Oh,
down with
yes.
what is the moon sign? Well, and I
Yes.
have a free guide on my website. You can download it. It tells you, it gives you suggestions and worksheets and
Yeah.
all of that. And every new moon, okay, so it's right now we're under a Pisces new moon, and someone talked about not knowing which way to turn. That
Yeah.
feels so Pisces energy. There's so many choices. Where should I go? That sort of thing. Yeah. So, and like setting some intentions based on
Yep.
the sign and the house in your chart where the new moon is, and if it's
Yeah.
making any aspects, and start doing that. And at the full moon, what has come to your
Mm,
conscious attention over the last 2 weeks related to the moon sign
I
and the
love it.
house it's in and the axis the sun and the moon are on.
I love it.
And if you start doing that, I think you'll get clarity within 6 months or so. It'll things will start to clear
Yeah.
up for you
Yes.
depending on what kind of transit you're going through. But maybe, you won't know your direction for a
Yeah.
while, but that's
Hey.
okay.
Yes. And like, again, folks, Celeste is a Taurus sun. So, like, you need to understand that if Celeste is saying this, it's not easy. Yes or no, honey?
Yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy. I didn't know like, I wanted to have a purpose
Come
driven
on.
life. And it took me into my 40s to find my purpose. So
Mm,
these
mm,
things happen. But everything that came before it
hmm.
was 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 building me,
Yes.
adding to my skill
Absolutely.
sets, and teaching me the good and the bad, about where I wanted to go, and where I am now in my 50s, feeling like I'm living my best
Come
life.
on. Got a sexy Sagittarius. Okay.
With a
Here.
sexy
Come
Sagittarius,
on.
yes, with the freedom of my own business rather than working for the man
Come
anymore.
on. I love it. I love it. And you're just sort of like, wow, is it? Let me ask you this. Like, was it that simple, but not always that easy? But it really was always that simple. You know what I mean by that
Uh-huh.
distinction? Go ahead.
Yeah, I love that, Colin. It feels simple now,
Yeah.
but back when I was like, I feel like, uh, I don't know where I'm going, what I'm
Oh my God.
doing. Is this all there is?
Yeah.
Like, is this as good as it gets? Makes me think about that movie, As Good as It Gets, with Jack
Hmm.
Nicholson and
Another
Helen Hunt. That is
Taurus.
one of my
Yep.
favorite all-time movies.
Jack's another
Yeah,
Taurus. Yep.
he asked that question, and no, it wasn't as good as it gets.
Yeah.
He got the
Oh,
girl
oh,
and the dog.
come on. Who is a Gemini? So don't, Helen Hunt. Okay. I'm still mad though that Helen Hunt won the Oscar and not Kate Winslet for Titanic, but that's a separate
Oh.
conversation because like justice for Kate Winslet is all I have
Mm.
to say. She is
Well, she's
still.
won an Oscar
You're
since then.
right. You're like, so relax, drama queen.
I
Oh, I was
loved Helen Hunt
heartbroken.
in that
I
movie.
did too. But like Titanic? Celeste. What? I swear that was like the first injustice I ever experienced. It
Oh,
was like just
mine is when Glenn Close lost for Dangerous Liaisons.
oh, okay.
I was
Damn.
so and she still hasn't won an Oscar, has
To
she?
this day?
I don't think
All
so.
right, girlies, whoever's here and loves pop culture as much as Celeste and I, can somebody Google and find out if Glenn Close won an Oscar? Okay, and then others are saying like, "I'm with you, Colin." Yeah, seriously, Kate Winslet. I'm
I
mad.
love Kate
If
Winslet. I need to see The Regime.
uh
I haven't watched it yet. It's on HBO. It's so in
yes,
line with the energy,
yes,
the Jupiter Uranus conjunction.
yes.
It's about like a ruler who
Oh,
acts
so true.
Uranian.
Oh my God. Okay. Yes, 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 yes.
And Dangerous Liaisons is Sun and Aries, Moon and Libra. It's like
yes,
see how we're talking about things come in that are
I
so
know.
in line with the current
Yes,
energies. Yeah, and
yes.
today is Venus Saturn. So you were talking about how Kate Winslet was denied Saturn. Saturn rejects and excludes. Venus, this sweetness, this reward for her acting.
Yes,
Yeah. And
yes.
it's like that sextile Jupiter is coming in. Uh-huh.
Justice for triple Libra, Kate Winslet. Oh, and people have said that Glenn Close has not won an Oscar yet.
Which
So
is a
you're onto something.
crime.
A
I mean, that's a
criminal.
crime. Come on now.
Criminal.
Fatal attraction, dangerous liaison, like dangerous liaisons, like taking on that role. Okay, I'll leave it alone, but I
I'm
was so
sorry.
excited.
I loved her the most in 101 Dalmatians. I thought she was
Ah!
the best Cruella de Vil we've ever had. So don't
She
play
did
with me. Don't.
everything she does with excellence and
Come on.
ease.
You know what I'm saying? All right. Well, wait, actually, Kate Winslet is the perfect segue to discuss Libra concepts because we had the lunar eclipse in Libra on Monday, and I was just curious if you have any like relational advice for us that Libra would want us to know. And
Mm.
somebody just said happy birthday, Glenn. So today might be her birthday. Is she in Aries, March 21st? I'll die if
Ah,
she is.
that would be so
That
funny.
would be
Ah,
weird if she
yeah.
is. Come on, psychic. Okay. So, what sort of Libra relational advice would you suggest?
Well, the moon is parallel Neptune
Okay.
at the lunar eclipse. And what I would recommend is Neptune, what it can do, it's a planet of forgiveness. So, especially if you've been in a
Oh,
long-term
yes.
relationship, can you like look at your partner with the eyes you did when you first fell in love with them? Like write them a love letter, like do something
Stop
like
being
with that
nasty.
Cupido and Eros energy to bring
Shit.
the love and the sweetness and the stuff back. Make their
Mm.
favorite meal. Like yeah, that's what
Really,
I think.
though? Oh my
Really,
God. Go ahead. Sorry. You just.
just honor the love, and yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yes.
And with
Yes.
all of your relationships, friendships, your pets, your children, yeah. Yeah,
I
remember when
know.
you brought that little bundle of joy home that's now a teenager and driving you insane?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
go
Get them.
back to the love, the
Get them a treat.
forgiveness.
Yeah, Stephanie said, but I don't wanna. I know. I know. I don't want to either. But that's the thing. Oh, I'm gonna read. My ex just sent me a sincere apology today, but I'm not ready to do the same, and that's okay. Like just because they sent the apology, honey, doesn't necessarily mandate a reply. But what if we just sit with the wonder of, did you see this coming? And if not, wow, so people can change for the better. If that's all you get from that, I'd be happy. Do you have anything to say to that, Celeste?
Yeah, I
I
love that. Yeah, you do
love
not have
it.
to forgive your ex. No, you don't.
Okay,
But and you
Taurus.
don't even have to respond to it. No, you don't. But
I
but if
love
you
when the
can forgive
Taurus says no.
yourself, if there's some, this is what I'm getting. If there's
Go
something
ahead.
about you that feels like, was I so foolish to go into that relationship? I knew better. Da, 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 da. I want you to forgive yourself. You learn something on that journey that's helping you to make better decisions the next time around. That
Yes.
just came to me.
Oh, look at you, Uranian astrologer. I fucking love it. I fucking love it. I love it. So I just also really want to presence forgiveness because Celeste, there is no like record stop on the content related to astrology that really just levels people like forgiveness when I mention it. It is
Mm.
people don't want to even go there. So I'm so glad you said it. I just want
It's
to say that.
easier to hold on to
Ah,
things, like holding on to anger, holding on to sadness, holding
right.
on to, yeah, whatever. It's easier to hold on to things than to let them go. And
Yes.
that too, it encourages us to let it go and release
Seriously.
it. Yeah.
Like, what's it doing for you, boo boo? And I don't know.
Hmm.
I was reflecting on how, like, especially for the lunar eclipse in Libra, if this starry-eyed system of astrology, isn't helping us be more loving, like, what the actual fuck is it helping us do?
Yeah. It's a language of self-compassion and compassion for
Say
others.
it
Yeah.
again. Say
It's
it again.
astrology is the language of self-compassion and compassion for others. It's a language of compassion. When you understand that there's certain things about us that are kind of hardwired into us, and yeah, you get a whole new perspective
Oh,
on life, I feel like.
100%. And then what you realize is you go, oh shit, other people aren't me. You believe that? And I am not other
Yeah.
people. I can't even wrap my head around that?
Yeah.
And we could just like adapt across differences. Like
Hmm.
it's
Hmm.
really, I'm sorry, but if astrology is not helping you be more loving, I'm going to be really dogmatic. I don't think you're using it to its highest utility. I really don't.
Hmm.
I'll be fixed
Hmm.
on that. I
Yeah, I
absolutely
agree.
will.
Yeah.
Okay.
It helps you understand
Yes.
personality and the timing of events in your life. For
That's it.
everything, there is a season.
Yes. Yes.
Hmm.
Okay. So we mentioned that. Should we even go into the solar eclipse in Aries?
Let's talk a little bit about it
Yeah, go
because
ahead.
it's really important, and
It's
it's
a
important
total
for the
solar
United
eclipse.
States
Yeah.
because it's going across the US, Canada, and parts of Mexico.
Mm,
And it's at 19 degrees of Aries, and it's
Jesus.
conjunct Chiron
Jesus.
to the same degree and minute. So, Chiron, a solar eclipse in Aries conjunct Chiron. One of the things I'm most concerned about is people. I use it for healing rather than harming. Like I think self-harm. We
Mm,
may be seeing more things about people committing suicide and things like that. So
oof.
if you are struggling, this energy is intense, especially with Mercury retrograde. People may be getting like this repetitive thinking. Call someone. There's the hotlines. You can call them for free. Yeah, there's better
Mm,
help and other
yeah.
sorts of things to help people. So that's the biggest message I want to give to people. You may feel this like impulsive urge to do something that is harmful to yourself or others, and don't do it. Like,
Yeah.
get the help. Now my biggest worry is about like cyber stuff happening. Like
Okay.
what I can see with this is, or something like a sneak
Oh
attack,
shit.
like because under the dark of the moon and with the eclipse you can't see the sun. The sun is the authority, and Chiron wanting to like intending to hurt, doing something, and then there being some kind of like violent attack or something. So that's I'm a little concerned about for the eclipse, or something's planted at the under the new moon of the solar eclipse, and we don't find out about it until when when Mars at 29 Cancer is opposite Pluto at 29 Capricorn, right around the elections, and something goes haywire around the
Oh,
elections. That's what I'm a little worried about.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
Yeah,
Okay.
yes. So we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully
Okay.
not, but that's just a concern
Yeah.
because the United States is in a weakened position right now. We're having a Chiron return,
Okay.
and the South Node is on our 10th house, Saturn. So that could just be like, and we're having eclipse, the eclipse on
Mm.
the fourth and 10th house. And in mundane astrology, the 10th house is the leader and the authority.
Oh
The
shit.
fourth house is the rebels
Oh,
and land. So it could be like an earthquake with Jupiter, Uranus, or some kind of like some storms or things. It could just be that. Joe Biden could trip and fall or something
right.
like that in public. Could be something that happened
Mm.
at the lunar. That's more the lunar eclipse, but
Mm.
the solar eclipse, I'm concerned for the United States about what that could mean. Yeah, we already know we had those Texas fires, and that's like
Yeah.
a visual manifestation of that 19 of that Chiron return energy in the
Okay.
fourth house.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm a little worried about something violent because it's a or something to do with the migrant crisis, that something happens that's insane. Mars will be conjunct Saturn and Pisces, and Pisces rules things like refugees, prisoners, people who don't have power
Mm.
or strength.
Okay.
Yeah, drug addicts, things like that.
And you're thinking about this only in the United States' chart? Could this have anything to do with Gaza? Could this have anything to
Oh
do with?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Israel's very activated as well. Yeah, I'm sure there will be stuff happening in Gaza because um, what do you call it? Israel is a Libra
That's right.
rising chart, and that Jupiter Uranus conjunction on April 20th is happening very close to their sun, yeah, in the eighth house. And part of like the South Node going through the United States 10th house is that we are losing our part of our reputation, because the 10th house is your status and reputation, for the fact that we are financing this catastrophe
Absolutely.
over in Israel. So we're losing on the world stage, and as well with the people in the country,
Yeah.
some of our
Ooh.
reputation.
And you can almost see the Libra themes, right? Like this is just completely unjust. It's completely imbalanced. Israel has been getting a pass on its legalized apartheid that it's been committing, right? So it's showing that kind of Libran quality of like, is justice equal for all or just for some?
Yeah,
If we're really
yeah.
going to be about it, are we going to be about it?
It's yeah. It's
Oh
a
shit.
it's a complex and
Yes.
awful, and yeah, it's just horrific. See what we're seeing. This is Saturn and Pisces. We're seeing this immense suffering of people who have no power, and it's just yeah. And the conflict, that amplified conflict with the North Node in Aries,
Mm.
it's really yeah, it's really a catastrophe. And what's going on in Haiti is another thing. That's part of this
Oh my
cycle. Like
God.
Haiti is completely lawless. Order
Yes.
has broken down.
Yes.
Saturn is like the authority, and Pisces, it's nothing. And it's so this that might be maybe Hades the 19 Aries, because
Okay.
they may be, yeah, maybe there won't be anything in the US, but I'm concerned. Yeah.
Yeah. And somebody just asked, any happy news for the solar eclipse in Aries? So,
The solar eclipse in Aries, healing.
okay.
Yeah, that giving you the courage, Aries, to take some risks. And Chiron, I love the Magi astrologers. They talk about how Chiron is not just the wounded healer about our wounds for ourselves, also about your career and like marriage. Chiron's the asteroid of marriage and career. So if you're activated by this, you may like get a promotion, go
Huh.
for a new job, all those sorts of stuff, get a new client. Like
Huh.
there could be a lot of positive things about new starts with a solar eclipse in Aries. Yeah,
Yeah.
that you have the courage. Like if there's something you need courage for, like really think about it. Go, don't be impulsive with it, but you might want to take some like calculated risks of something
Yeah.
you've been working on for a while.
And I think it
Yeah.
maybe it could even too, like the positive news is the normalizing of how terrifying it is to start anything new and how much bravery is required to begin. We
Mhm,
don't,
mhm.
nobody wants to be the amateur. Everybody wants to be the kind of overnight instant expert. I didn't even have to go through the scary, deliberate amateur phase. So maybe the solar eclipse in Aries can, challenge some of the expectations we set forth around, whenever we initiate a new thing or we step out of our comfort zone. I think if we just like really bottom line, Aries as the sign of bravery and the very first sign, what do we see? It takes bravery to begin.
Yes.
That's it for me. That's all I need to like.
Yes.
Hey, so if we just stay in that foundational wisdom,
Mhm.
what do you need to begin with greater bravery? And can you challenge some of the expectations that you have around thinking you can just be an overnight expert instead of a deliberate amateur?
I love that. I love that. Yes. And maybe the journey you want to go on, maybe like I want to run the Boston Marathon or something like that.
Yeah.
I
Oh.
do not, but maybe that's what
We're
you
like, we are hypothetical. The only place I'm running to is the beauty salon,
and
says
you've
the
just
Taurus.
been putting it off and putting it off and
Right,
putting it off because it's too hard.
right.
Like that could be something you decide to do with
Yeah.
this and I told you these things: bright ideas, flashes of genius, intuitive leaps, visions, vivid dreams, strong desires for freedom. This is the nature of this of this Aries eclipse and this eclipse
Nice.
season. So think about those things with the positive things that can be coming in for you.
Mm.
And you just may get the idea maybe seated in your subconscious,
Okay.
and maybe it doesn't even come up to your conscious attention until the full moon in Taurus after that
Mm.
solar eclipse in Aries. So yeah,
Okay.
you
Okay.
may get the best idea for making yourself more financially secure or enjoying sensual pleasures or something more. Yeah, over
Okay.
this time.
I love it. So now, Celeste, let me just ask you this, and then we'll open up for questions in the 8 minutes
Yeah.
that we have left. How are you going to like spend the eclipses? Have you even decided yet? Or you're are you going to let it reveal itself closer to the moment? Take
Mm.
it one day at a time.
Yeah. So my boo and I, our
Mm.
anniversaries on April 8th.
Oh,
So we're going to be doing
okay.
something like spiritual with the two of us for that to celebrate. Yes.
Ooh, okay.
So Monday, I'm probably just going to be working,
Nice.
but I'm just really being consciously aware. I should let people know, oh, I'm going to be speaking for Astrology Hub tomorrow. They have this big eclipse
Congratulations.
event with Christopher
Congratulations.
Redstrom, our friend Christopher Redstrom, Astrolata, Davey McGee, and Max
Love
Borax.
it.
Yeah, we're all good. You can go to the link in my bio. I think it's astrologyhub.com//Celeste Brooks. If you want to come, it's totally free. Yeah, and then
That's
on
great.
Saturday, I'm speaking for Kepler College about the Aries ingress, and I'm going to be like giving some predictions and things like that.
I
That
love
already happened, but
it.
yeah, that's free
Celeste,
too.
look, have you? I know you are
Oh, and
very
I'm teaching
fixed.
a
Okay.
transits class.
Oh, say it again. You're teaching a what?
A 5-week transits class that starts
Love it.
April 6th for Kepler for people who want to learn more about transits and predicting with
Oh.
them and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Celeste, you're a cardinal dominant chart, so I just have to ask the question. Have you just even like let yourself take a beat and acknowledge everything that you've accomplished and who you've become in what feels like a very short time?
Every once in a while, I just
Every once
stop.
in
And I did
a
it this
while.
morning and stop
Okay.
and marvel at what my
Oh,
life has
oh,
become.
I'm so
And
fucking
thinking
proud of
about
you.
where I've been, like 9 years ago, 10 years ago, was really hard for me. I was like getting divorced. I
Mm.
had moved, like I had to sell I mean, there was just so much, like life was just a lot at that time. And now, yes, I do stop occasionally. I wish I could take like 3 days off to do it.
But the girl, like we say yes around here, cardinal signs. Yes, I will. Right, I know, I know. I wake up alert.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
I
can't
just.
believe it. Sometimes I marvel. I can't believe it. And
Oh,
every time I have asked the universe to send me something for help, has happened. Yeah. Yeah.
isn't
hmm
that amazing? And like, I almost think on that note, like, what sort of parting words or advice would you give to people who also have to take what feels like a really big leap and are just
hmm
nervous, scared, anxious, whatever? What would you say to
I
them?
would say use the moon
Yeah.
cycles. I
Oh
do
my God.
monthly moon workshops where the moon cycles help you break things down, break the big thing. This is how I retired from my corporate career. They break the big things down into smaller bite-sized pieces and more manageable, where you can take steps one foot in front of the other, and you can use these lunar phase families, these
Yes.
27-month cycles where there's a new moon, and then 9 months later there's a first quarter, and then a
Yeah.
full 9 months after that,
Yeah.
and then a last quarter 9 months after that, where your chart is activated in the same place
Ugh.
for the big things you want to do, and you can use those as like goalposts
Yes.
and to work on intentions. I think that really helps things that feel like so big to
Yes.
become more manageable.
And you know what I love about, like, even again, folks, like, let's just take this presence in. You said 27 months.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how long, according to a lunar cycle, correct me if I'm wrong, the sequence of intention to execution and manifestation is. Yes?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
27 months. So then that means, for all of us impatient bitches, myself included, why do we think it takes 27 minutes?
That's a good question.
The Capricorn moon in me would like you to look at the clock, okay? 27 months. Challenge your impatient expectations. I'm talking to me too, okay? And just let yourself be in this season. And then you can realize, oh, it's just small steps. It's not this huge, massive thing I need to do in 27 fucking seconds. No, you don't. You really don't.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, small goals only, bitch. Like, how many times do I have to say that?
I know. And we can be impatient. Like,
Uh,
I've got mutable energy too. It's
Come
like,
on. I know. Enough already. Andiamo. I know.
I talk about I'm so slow.
I don't.
People
Yeah,
look at
okay,
me and like,
Taurus. Right.
you've gone a long way in a short
Yes.
amount of time.
You
Yeah.
really have. And I just, so again, it's a short time, but it's a long time in a way, you know? And also I just think it bears repeating, because sometimes we hear these things, but how often do we really ingest the fact that, no, the sequence of astrological manifestation is 27 months. So hate to break it to you, boo boo, but sit with where you're at, please, and learn
Yeah.
patience. And then,
Yes.
can I just give a little bit of Capricorn strategy on
Oh
this,
yes,
if I
please.
may? Because I have noticed that when people receive what we could call like premeditated success prematurely, they fucking blow it. And I don't want to see my bitches show their ass when they get success. Like, I want them to enter into that life experience with gravitas and maturity and ethics and kindness and sensitivity. Like, we see what happens when people go too far, too fast, too soon, and they will always show their fucking ass. So it's like, do you want to be that bitch, or do you want to be prepared?
I love that, Colin. I love that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, small goals only, girlies. Like, please temper the impatience, because I want you to get to that mountaintop and realize, wow, look at this view. I cannot be taken down. I'm with my bitches. I'm so happy. You cannot get taken down from there because you built a foundation on stone, not sand.
I love that. Yeah, building your foundations on stone, not sand.
You know
That
what
is
I'm,
so
come
perfect.
on. No, the Capricorn of me is like, girls, be patient. So, come on. All right.
It's
So,
hard, but
I know.
hard things. This is
Yeah.
Saturn. The Saturn is earned
Man.
success. Oh, I love that, Colin.
Yes. That's my baby. I love Saturn. Go ahead.
Saturn is earned success. Jupiter's when like things fall into our lap,
Viral.
but
Yeah.
Saturn is earned success. You need a
Yes.
little bit of both,
Yes.
but when you put the effort in and then you accomplish something, that's
Oh,
when you really feel that pride.
right. You're like, nothing can take me down. I'm not saying I always feel like that, but when I know I'm in a Capricorn energy, I'm like,
Oh,
nobody can play me. Go ahead.
oh, someone said Glenn Close's birthday was on the 19th.
Oh, happy
Ah,
belated
okay.
birthday, Glenn Close. Never thought I'd be talking about her on my Instagram Live, but here we are. Okay? Eclipse Astrology. So, for the 147 people that are with us, we thank you so much. If you can, please blast Celeste with all the gratitude, all the appreciation for the wisdom that she so beautifully walked us through. Celeste, do you want to just maybe promote your courses and your readings one more time
Okay.
before we let the girlies go? Go
Yes.
ahead.
So go to Celeste at Astrology. Well, go to astrologybyceleste.com if you want to come for a reading. I do workshops. I'm teaching a class for Kepler College about transits, and I teach my own classes. But right now, I don't have anything running. But I'm doing a solar eclipse new moon workshop. So you can come
Excellent.
to that on, I forget what day it is, April 7th, I think. Yeah, so that's me. Oh, listen to the Celestial Insights podcast where I help you navigate the weeks like a boss.
Come on. I love it.
And yeah, and oh yeah, follow me here on Instagram. It's my main platform. I also do stuff on YouTube and all that. Yeah, but come if you're going to be at Norwalk. Colin and I are both presenters there.
Yes, we
You can come
are.
virtually if you're not able to come live in person. It's all sold out. I think the
I
live
know.
tickets, but
But get on the wait list because apparently people have to drop out for various reasons. So get on the wait list. I just spoke to
oh,
Laura about that. Yeah.
okay, good. Yeah, I know someone who wants to come and is
Get
on
your
the wait
ass
list. Yeah.
on the wait list. And then all
Yes.
I'm gonna be very Gemini about this, Celeste, and tell you we're actually gonna see each other twice this summer because we're going to the same wedding in June, Miss Thing. Okay. Yeah!
Yay!
And I cannot wait. I'm almost positive we're
We
sitting
are going to turn Arizona out.
out. Okay. We're warning you in advance for the fucking temperatures rising. Okay. The Aries moon is going to be lighting me up. I cannot wait for the desert heat wave
And you
that we're
get to
about
meet
to
my
bring.
boo.
Yes, yes. Maybe I'll sit on his lap because I have a thing for Sagittarius boys. Just cuddle up with him. Okay. And I'm bringing a Gemini with me. So I warned the bride in advance. Like, I'm so sorry that it's going to be four Geminis, basically her and I walking in. So we're gonna have a blast. We're gonna have a blast.
We
So,
are going to have so much
oh,
fun.
I know
Yay,
I
yay,
love the
yay, yay,
desert.
yay.
So everybody have a wonderful eclipse time. Wishing you only good things. And Celeste, once again, thank you so much for joining. And yes, this will be
Wait,
posted. It's going on my grid right now.
I think
Okay,
we're supposed to be able to do something with
with like a
Miss
heart. Oh
Teresa was teaching
shit!
me.
Wait, yeah, my heart. Yeah, I think I
Mine
just saw
aren't coming
hearts appear.
up.
Yeah.
I love you so much,
I
Colin. Thanks
love you so much
everyone for
more.
all your nice comments, and thank you for coming. And I can't wait till we're back together again.
Yes, yes. Come on,
Oh
spring,
yeah,
summer,
yours is
June.
working. I don't know
Yeah,
why mine's not working.
who
Okay.
knows? Technology. Okay, mwah. I love you, Celeste. Thank you, everybody, for being here.
Love you
Bye.
too.
Bye.
Bye.